Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Happy Lionsgate. I hope you saw my message and what to do yesterday and today. I'm going to play the turquoise bowl, which brings everyone in about the path. So just relax for a minute. All right. Good morning. Let me say hello to everyone. My goodness. Hello to Silver 1111, Gina M, Carol, thank you, Rita, Zaima, great. I'm glad the time works for you. Rita, Yvonne, good morning. Annick from Switzerland, hello. Brian, good morning. Carrie Stewart, good morning. Martha, Barbara Ward, I'm so happy to have you all here. Prime 3, Carolyn Potterfield Maxey, good morning. Now, I have some surprises planned for you today. We have a surprise guest. And after we go through our first question here, I have a special initiation that everyone who's on has an option to take part in or not. I will be taking it off of the video today, and those who see it later can connect with me if they want it. What it's going to do is increase the frequency of your light, getting you in a new preparation for beginning your ascension. So I think you'll find it very powerful. So let's start, okay? And if you have any questions, just write them in and I'll try to answer everything I can. So I think the major question from everybody, in their mind anyway, there's so many different versions of what ascension is out there. So we're going to talk about it. What is ascension? What is the big roar about, right? Well, we know our planet is ascending. The different thing about it is usually people ascend individually. This time we're ascending as a planet. And that is why people are coming their light, working with people like myself, and supporting people becoming awakened to get connected to their higher self, their I am presence, and the masters, to be ready to help support everyone into the ascension. Now, I'm going to state some of the beliefs or knowingness. Some are from the masters. I went through and tried to make very clear the master's understanding. When you know what you're putting out, then you know it will come back to you, cause and effect. When you move your body into the complete harmony with God, and that's the master's perception. So think about that. There's 144,000 pieces of ourself. So we have had to have worked to do a lot of clearing to become a greater and greater light, which they call the light quotient. And in this class, we will be learning how to increase that. This also creates from the masters moving out of the birth, rebirth cycle. and becoming a master of your world. Now, you probably can be honest with me, and not many feel that way, that they know what's coming, and they create it through, we've been working with the mind and remaking your life. No mistake, this is following, right? And we do this movement. I played the turquoise bowl this morning. It is about the path. And today is about beginning to start a new movement in all your lives if you're willing. If you're not, then this isn't for you. But it's a developmental process of consciousness. And where you sit as your consciousness grows changes. And so the next thing I'm going to share with you is the awareness that there are 7 levels of initiation, a Chela, which you would be called, Chela, goes through to eventually become their ascended self. So I'm going to go through them. Again, if you have questions along the way, make sure you ask me. The first one is becoming master over your physical body, your appetite, what your requirements are, how and what's the best way to sleep for you. Do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed late? Do you wake up early? Your sexual urges and your sleep habits again. And here at this time, you're in service to your soul or your higher self. That's who you turn to. So if we think about that, we are going to say that the earth itself is becoming very aware of the physical needs. So we can see how there is a group consciousness moving to have that happen. And certainly sleep and everything. Everything's in a movement. It's determining for you, where are you at with that? Now, the second initiation is, that was the physical body. Now we're going to start to clear the densest body you have. And it is the emotional field. It's connected to your second chakra. And it's also known as the astral field. It is the first dimension around the earth. Here, you will begin to learn the tube of light to begin to maintain your mastery and be able to hold it until it holds itself. So let's talk about this emotional self. So I feel like I almost have to talk about the personality. The personality is your 4 lower chakras. You know, people go, oh yeah, chakras. Why do we have to do chakras? Chakras are your most important thing, which determines how much light your physicalness, your aura holds. And this is all about light quotient. People used to come to school, and Carol's here, I'm sure she'll tell you, means nothing until I come in this room and your light radiates to me. If I don't feel that, you're not where you want to be, and you want to keep working on it. So also that emotional self is how you react to people. You can make notes so you yourself knows, do I have more emotional stuff to clear? Do I react to people? Do I react to myself? I'm not saying it's wrong. It's an indicator on where you are on these initiations. Not everybody, and pay attention, not every chakra will be on the same level. And that's something that's sometimes difficult for people to understand. Each chakra will grow at whatever speed you're working on yourself. So it's quite a complicated thing, but if you just take time, realize that there's a lot of subtle pieces to this that are down deep inside you. It's not just like, oh, check, check, check. No, not like that. Back in the years, like Saint Germain, I'm sure my guest will tell you, took him 70 years of lifetimes to ascend. I've now been told by a good being who is become an ascended master, It can be done a certain level in 5 months. So time is quickening. Who is to know? So that second level is also your conscious intent. A lot of people have intentions. They're not sure what part of you they come from, what level they're on. But you continuously want to understand, are your intentions out of love? Are they a spiritual desire? Are they a God realization? Or are you wanting them? Wanting them is a low desire. So we want to kind of move. Wanting is known as a word that stops, pushes back. Oh, I want that. Well, I can tell you, it's going to be hard to get it because that won't bring it. If you desire that, knowing that you're a vessel in this physical body to hold God, it will come to you. And the more you recognize that, things come quickly. Okay, let me see if anyone's writing here yet. Okay, no. Your material desires, I'll make it very clear, will begin to turn into spiritual desires for your God realization. Are you still excited? All right. So, as a Chela who is seeking wisdom, you want to learn to avoid being a victim. Victimization is a challenge. It's part of the process. It's in your blueprint of however many lifetimes it's come up. It's here again. So that is where you may stay stuck the longest, is in that second level, if victimization is a part of what you experience in your daily life. So, initiation number 3, which is known to be the most common one. So who can tell me they know they still have the ego talking to them? Yeah. This is an indicator of initiation number 3. And yet when you overcome that, it allows your physical, that astral emotional plane, and the mental part to begin to merge with the soul. And as I'd studied consciousness, it became very profound to me to all of a sudden realize certain things would happen in a healing and the soul would just illuminate, which hadn't happened before. But it was telling me this person was growing. This person was releasing, and so much more light was coming to be a part of their existence, and the game had changed. So, okay, let's see. Just making sure I'm not missing a question. Now, this is when your thoughts change. Now, we know we've been learning about thought, right? This is when you desire to be forgiven. You want to forgive yourself. You want to be of service. How can you help? You think about being free from ever having to come back again, like we've had enough of this, right? I'm just kidding. But it doesn't happen all at once. And then there's the whole thing when I lived in Pennsylvania, everyone asking what ascension symptoms were. Headaches, nasal. I'm sorry, I can't go there with that. You know, those things are what they are. It's a part of growth. But to make it a victimization, do you see what I'm saying? Won't get you further into this experience. What does happen is there are some times when there is a tremendous amount of light that comes down, and that, which doesn't stop, it may go on for a half hour, an hour, that is that first signal that a lot of light is finally able to come into the consciousness, and that is the beginning of your ascension. So it can look a lot of ways, different ways for everybody. And I want you to stick with me here for a moment. So I'm telling you about 7 levels. And I want you to know that each level has 7 sub-levels that we all go through. So let's say a person is on the 3rd initiation level. Well, maybe they're 3rd, but on the 5th level, which the meanings would be similar to the original meaning of the 5th level. That's why I'm telling you, we've seen it. It's very hard to determine where you are. And if we try to help you find that, usually not too happy with it. It's easier for us to think we are than to get about being in the moment, just growing, being due diligent, and growing. That's the truth. But as you begin to leave the 3rd, things are going to speed up a little bit. All right? The 4th level, we call the 3rd level Adolescence, if you want to look back on the big stage. Like on a soul level, the adolescent that still wants to be a little in charge and demand and that type of thing. But where the 4th level starts to be about relationship. Reunification, it's called. It's a major point on the journey. You let go of attachments. Now, I'm sure everyone who's on here has talked about attachments. So you're starting to begin the feeling, well, maybe I'm at level 4. You think about fame and fortune, or people in the family, their jealousy, their selfishness. What do you see in your world? But know that to be at 4th level, you need to have attained 65% of your light quotient, which is a lot. And are you radiating it where I could see it then? Well, I don't know. Because I'm letting you know how it works, so you know we're starting here, and you're going to know how much you grow by how your light grows. That is the main reason I'm trying to tell you. Some of these things may signal for you, some won't. Okay? Level 5. This is where you begin to merge with your I Am Presence. Now, I can ask for a raise of hands. Can't do that right here, but how many started using the tube of light? Getting to know their I Am Presence and to call that in. Brian says, I do. Carol says, me. Val, she's here from Switzerland too. Hi, Val. Yes, that's a beginning. And this is your personality having less control over your existence and allowing your soul and what's called the monad, which is your God self, to become unified with oneness on earth. And it needs 75% of light to be level 5. And for sure, there wouldn't be any ego speaking here anymore. And those inner plane parts are growing. They're shifting. It's very subtle. That's why, we can speak about it, but it's not like you can go there and touch it and feel it and hear from it. Good morning, Terry from Kansas. We have people from all over. Wonderful. So let's talk about the 6th ascension. Years ago, years and years and years ago, at the 6th level of the ascension, people turned to light and went up to heaven. No, that's not happening now. What's happening now is people reach the 6th level and they're choosing to stay to help others, like I had mentioned earlier. They are being of service and they are becoming their I Am Presence. So profound, right? So now we're waiting for the 7th level, and I'm going to tell you about that another day. And for the 6th level, you will have had 80% light quotient, because you need to understand you only need 51% of your karma balance to ascend, and you need to become 51% harmless. It's an interesting word. How and when was the last time you thought about being harmless? But it isn't just to other people, it's to yourself. Not eating correctly, not drinking enough water, whatever it could be. Not following your heart, not getting quiet and clearing your channel, clearing away all those things that are stumbling blocks if you're on this journey of ascension. So I think it's interesting. And I read that in a book called Step by Step by the Masters years and years ago. And I remember all of us were like, wow, harmless. But how can you be loving if you're not harmless? We just happen to, in our world, not put them together. Okay. Any questions? No questions. So, really, what we're wanting to have happen is that 6th dimension, 6th level, and probably most people are taking the Bodhisattva vow to stay until everyone leaves. Most people of that type will have already become a master in another time. And upon coming back, we all agreed to give up 93% of who we are and start from not remembering. So as each of us have grown, things come, and slowly we remember, and people remember each other. So that's what's happening a lot in this world right now. You wonder why we would give up so much, and yet remember, if you've already been ascended, you know what it's like, and you want that for everyone from a master's heart. So we're on a journey together, and I hope you can allow this class to support you on it. So I'm going to get ready to bring in my guest, who I'm so surprised at the last minute agreed to be here for you, and it is Theophilus. He is a master of light and the violet flame. So for a moment, here he is. Good morning, Theophilus.
Good morning, everyone. So honored to be here today.
Well, I'm going to give the floor to you as we both cry.
I came today to explain a very important part of your ascension growth. If you can see this picture behind me, it's a picture of Master Saint Germain. And I don't know if all of you have heard of him or talked to him or call his energy forth, but if you want to ignite your flame and your ascension, he is one of the most powerful ascended masters to call forth. He came to us thousands and thousands of years ago. He actually worked on our planet for over 70,000 years to bring freedom to our Earth. Now, back in 1930, he came to a person called Guy Ballard on Mount Shasta. And that's why Mount Shasta is known as the Ascension area or Ascension Mountain. He came to give us freedom by using what he calls the violet flame. Now, the violet flame actually gives us personal freedom of all karmic energies that we have created over our lifetimes from actually the first time we individualized as spirit. So as you call forth the violet flame, it starts to annihilate immediately any negative energy, negative karma, negative being, negative situation in your energy field. It actually, you can feel it as it burns that negativity away. Now, I'm going to, if you really want to find out more about the I Am Presence and the violet flame, one of the best books to read is from the I Am Sanctuary or the Saint Germain Press. You go and order book 3, and it's actually the Bible of the Saint Germain teachings. It has a decree for every situation in your life. And that also means they have decrees for the ascension. Okay? Now, the violet flame, if you have not seen it, if you can see this, you visualize it 3 feet below your feet, 9 feet around you, and 15 feet above you. Now, I'm going to, at the end, put up a little decree in the communities section that as you call it forth, it will basically bring the violet flame around you and also bring your tube of white light. Now, as you do this, it actually protects you from any negativity that tries to come into your energy field. As you call it forth and work with this energy, that tube of white light can be so strong and powerful that it could stop a bullet. So what I'd like to do is just read this little saying, and I want you to sit back and relax and feel it as it comes up around you. Okay, just take a deep breath, sit back. Beloved mighty I Am Presence, bright round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, call forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I'm calling forth violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire. Keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. Now, as you say that saying, again, it ignites the violet flame from 3 feet below your feet, and it comes up through the physical body. And as it comes up, you can feel the tingling sensation that you feel as it burns and annihilates immediately all negativity in your energy field. But it's just not clearing the physical form. It's clearing your mental, emotional, and etheric bodies also. So you're basically clearing every aspect of your being to become clear and totally in line with your I Am Presence. Now, that energy will give you the understanding of consciousness as far as when you think, say, and feel what you say. And what I mean by that, I don't know if anybody remembers the 3 most powerful words in the English language are I am, and my. Those are personal pronouns of God. And whatever you say behind those words creates with God's energy. And that's negatively or positively. So anything that you have created from the past by using those words, the violet flame will now start to annihilate it and release you from the burdens that you have created for yourself. Now, there is a great decree for the ascension. And this is a one that you can use daily. It's actually from the I Am Book of Decrees. And I'm going to read it for you. It says, I demand the cosmic light substance condense into my body, into my mental and feeling world, and be the transmuting process which helps me to my ascension more quickly. the original divine way, without passing through the change called death. I feel this as a tangible substance within my flesh body and in the atmosphere about me forever. So as you say that decree, what it's doing is, again, freeing all of your energy field so that eventually you'll ascend and perhaps, hopefully, not have to experience the death. And you'll just ascend out of the physical body. But it's most important that you practice the violet consuming flame every day. Now, I was reading in the book the other day that you really need to do 2 sessions a day, 15 minutes apiece, once in the morning and once you go to bed. Because as you rise out of the bed in the morning, your energy is fresh because you've actually cleared your energy field through the night. So as you call forth the violet flame, it's setting up the day to go through, again, harmless, and to bring power within your life. And as you do it at the end of the day, it clears your energy field so you can go to bed and get a good night's rest and have the body sleep in peace, harmony, and love. So as you do that practice and call forth the violet flame, it's going to give you a whole new perspective of how, I won't say easy, but it will give you a perspective of how you can live life more fluently in God's light, having more abundance, more peace, more prosperity, more love come into your life because you're allowing the energy of the I Am to come in and be master of your life. Now, is there any questions about anything that I've said so far?
Theophilus, Brian wants to know what page the last passage was on. Was that in a different book or was that in the third green book?
No, that's actually in a book called the I Am Decree Booklets, Book 1.
Okay.
There's actually 5 books of decrees that you can order through the St. Germain Press. There's decrees, again, for every aspect of life. And as you do this, I was reading, again, St. Germain says if you do this, a practice just for 30 days, you'll see an amazing difference in your life. If you could take time to do 15-minute sessions in the morning and 15 minutes at night, by using these decrees, it will change your life immensely.
Theophilus, I have another question.
Okay.
Is this what some cultures call rainbow body?
I have not heard that saying. And as I ask, I hear no. The violet flame basically is just the deepest violet that you can visualize or intend around the body. All right.
Okay. Yolanda says, I love this. Now,
Yeah.
Are you going to run everyone through the violet flame the way you do it?
I can do that, yeah. Okay.
I think they might enjoy that, to know, they can just say it, but you say it with feeling and experience of the heart. Am I correct?
Yes. The violet flame is actually a heart flame. So the more that you feel that flame within the heart, the more intense and the more action it takes. And it will, again, annihilate any negativity, any negative person, negative karma, negative situation in your life. So it's really the most powerful transformational energy we have on this earth right now. And if you continually use it every day, your life is going to get calmer, even, and more enjoyable. So the decree that I use the most, and I'll say this to you, it's beloved mighty I am presence, blaze, blaze, blaze the violet consuming flame through my mental, emotional, physical, and etheric bodies. Shatter and consume, shatter and consume, shatter and consume all cause, core, effect, record, and memory of all discordant qualified energies in all aspects of my life, right now, this minute, and forever. So as you say that, it's basically, again, clearing every energy field, the mental, emotional, physical, and etheric bodies, and it's destroying all record of any discord from the first time you individualized as spirit. So again, it's, if you can understand this and really appreciate the violet flame and use the simplicity of it, you will change your life within 30 days. And the more you use it, the freer you'll become. It's something that if you made a practice of it every day for the rest of your life, you'll move more into your ascension than anything else that you could do, in my opinion.
Okay. Let's just give him a minute to write any questions if you might have for Theophilus.
I'd like to, this happens to be from Saint Germain and how he describes the I am. And by using the I am in a negative way. He says, stop, I say to you, giving power to the outer conditions, persons, place, or things in the name of God every time you find yourself starting to say, I am sick, I am broke, I am not feeling well. Instantly reverse this fatal condition to your progress and declare silently with all the intensity of your being, I am, which is all health, opulence, perfection, happiness, peace, and the power of recognized perfection in yourself and everywhere else. Now he also states, which I love this, let me see if I can find it real quick. This is, again, his take on using the I am. I tell you, beloved students, dynamite is less dangerous, for that would liberate you from the world and your body, while these thoughts, sent forth ignorantly and ungoverned, bind you upon the wheel of a re-embodiment indefinitely. So that's his teaching of the I am presence and the words I am. The more you use it negatively, the more you bind yourself to those words.
Okay,
So
Theophilus, I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Before I lose it, Martha Valdez wants to know what book you were just reading from.
That is the book 3 from the I Am Discourse. So again, you can go to Saint Germain Press and order book 3. Now there are actually 20 volumes of the I Am teachings, but book 3 is the Bible. It will give you everything that Saint Germain teaches about the I Am presence and the violet flame.
Okay. So Terry Ranner wants to know, was Saint Germain in one incarnation for thousands of years?
Well, when the one thing I know about Saint Germain, when he was on this earth for 70,000 years, he came back and knew exactly who he was in every lifetime that he had ever lived. So he knew when he came back who he was. So I don't know if he lived 1,000 years. I know that he was Joseph and with Mother Mary. He was the father of Jesus. He was, I can't remember all the names and lifetimes that he's lived, but he's worked basically on this earth for a very long time to bring freedom to us. He actually went to the karmic board because he thought people weren't ascending fast enough. So he came and actually took personal responsibility for this teaching to actually not have us have to purify our body to become ascended. So
much. So they want to know if you're going to put this decree information up on the community page of mine.
I will. Yes.
Okay, great. And someone says too, this is such powerful material. Thank you for sharing.
You're quite welcome.
So here's Rita. She wants to know, do the decrees need to be said aloud or can you say them to yourself?
It's more powerful if you say them out loud. That's why he says to, when you do the decree sessions in the morning and at night, to be alone so that you cannot be disturbed. But you can say them silently, but it's more powerful if you state it out loud.
And you get faster as you do them, right?
Yes. And it's always in a count of 3. The least amount you want to do, you would do that decree that I said 3 times. Every time.
Yeah, and the I am presence with the tube of light, each time a little faster, right?
Yes. The faster you do it, the higher the vibration you come into.
Yeah.
So
All
it
right.
takes a while to start to speak a little bit faster because you have to know the words, but the faster
it's surrendering.
Yes.
Yeah, the more you kind of surrender, that part of you takes over and does what it's supposed to be. It's very powerful.
Yes. Now, for the people that are coming to Shasta, I will have some decrees with me that I will give you for certain things. So
maybe some people will decide today to come. I mean, we've went in the I Am Sanctuary there, and we had been told that the big paintings like Germain's all speak and their mouths move. We had to go in and not say a word. That was because we weren't card holders at that time. What happened is you start hearing ding, ding, dong. Remember, Doug?
Yeah.
So they were speaking because they weren't allowed to speak either, but they were making sounds so we could know they were. It was just one of my most powerful experiences of my life. So maybe someone might want to go to Shasta after today. It's just so powerful there.
Yep. Actually, the picture behind us is a manifested picture of Saint Germain. He appeared to a group in the I Am teachings and had that picture taken.
Yeah. And this was gifted to Doug because it hung for 30 years, in Chicago?
Uh-huh.
So it has a lot of energy on it.
So it's a great gift for yourselves to become clear and to become less stuck with your energy.
Okay. Let me just see if there's any. I might have missed the question. Let me see. Thank you for agreeing to put the decrees in the video. Yeah. Having the books, will you put the book and page number? So when you put them on the community page, also put the page number they're on.
Oh, actually, the decrees I'm going to put up, I don't know where they are in the book because I have a variety of ways I find them.
Well,
Because over the years,
there's a couple you gave.
yeah. Okay, I will do that. I'll put what book it's from and see if I can remember the page.
Okay.
Now the two of light decree that I got isn't actually in the I am books. So I'll just write it up for you and put it up on the page, on the community page.
Relatively quickly, right?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, thank you, Theophilus, for coming to join us. Are you sticking around for the initiation? Sure. Okay, good. So, if that wasn't enough material for you, right? I hope you are all enjoying it.
Sure.
There's a lot to go over about Ascension. Don't worry, there's plenty more for us to be talking about. I hope you all saw on the community page, I put the dates that we're going to be doing our classes. It's going to be in every other week. So the next one will not be next weekend. It'll be the next Sunday after that. I'm not sure I know the time. Let me see real quick so we have clarity. So it's going to be on.
My battery just went dead. I have to charge it.
Okay. He's telling me his battery went dead. That's why he's stuck. So today is the 8th. It's going to be on the 22nd. And that's right before we leave for Shasta. All right. You know, Carrie, going to Shasta, we're going to go to the I Am place where they have all the books. So they might have sometimes used one that are very inexpensive. Amazing. I saw the violet lion turn into a violet flower. That's great. Silver felt it in her heart. And thank you with a virtual hug. So we have a number of levels still to get, and the masters will tell me when. But we have a lot more energy to learn and to experience. I hope you enjoyed our Ascension 1. So if you know someone who missed it, all they have to do is email me and I'll create a date where I will do this initiation for the group as I hear from them. But I will be taking it down. I hope you can understand. It's very sacred and I don't want it to be misused. All right, so thank you all. I do have, if you haven't thumbs up, do that. And if you haven't subscribed, certainly do that. You don't want to miss this. And I now have up to donate through Square if you really would love to support what we do. Thank you, Anik. And Martha says, awesome. I feel great. I felt the energy on my hands at the beginning and also my feet. And Jean is glad she caught it live. Now I got 3 wows. So I'm very excited for everybody. You know, after all, there's a part of me that knows this is why we're all here, is to evolve and to become the truth of who we are. You know, enlightenment comes first before ascension. And in enlightenment, you then remember, I always have been. So it's really, when I like to use the word becoming, you remember who you're becoming. You just haven't got to that remembrance yet, but you will. I have no doubt. Yes, we are a great soul family, all of us. I caught this just at the end, so that's fine. You email me, and we're going to do it for another group at another time. I'm sure there's others that will want to hear it. Any final questions for today? I know it was a lot of info, but maybe now you understand what is Ascension. It's increasing your light quotient. It's getting more connected with God. And these are all other parts that we have yet to discuss and to experience. Carol said, very good. All right. There was someone who asked for, let me just go see who it was. I want to let them know that I will pray for them. Let me see who it is. That was before. Have patience for me. I'm just looking for this person. Teresa Arocha said she needed good energy her way. So let's all pray for her from our clear heart and embrace her. We can do with those virtual hugs that Prime 3 keeps sending around, right? But certainly I'll put you on my prayer grid and know that we're all there with you. Thank you. So, yep. 1 hour, 14 minutes. We went way over, right? Or it's always perfect. So, any last questions? Yes, I will attempt to take off this last part and leave the front. Yes, that's true. And Mountain Peace 2 says it cleared a lot for her. Yes, that's true. I'll see you in 2 weeks. But now let's remember, Monday night we do healing. We don't put it up on YouTube because people share and maybe don't want their personal stuff all over YouTube. So we have it. The only thing you do different is I do it on Zoom and I'll repost. You have to use the password love. Also, I'll post my number and the word love. If you want to join, it's very powerful. So many people are changing and shifting. So many that are on here, right? And then Tuesday morning, I speak to the angels. And Wednesday morning, both at 11, I do the Remake Your Life. And then I don't have anything next Sunday. And if you certainly have thought, well, maybe you need to come to Shasta and get what it's all about, Theophilus and I would love to have you come with us. So, all right. Is this different than some readers talk about going from third to fourth density? Well, Ascension is beyond fifth, sixth. Yeah. No, it's not what they're talking about. This is much higher. When you work with the masters, they're 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th level. Yeah, it's higher. You're right. It's a much higher vibe. I hope you can feel that. And at times, I've kind of worked on in the beginning, my aura flashed all over. Now we're kind of settled, so it doesn't do that so much. But I've certainly heard that many people feel my heart. And, I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody. What was level 6 called? The level 6 of the initiations? Well, it is the Ascension level. But there is a 7th level where you go and you begin to choose your path. I didn't want to talk about that yet, but now that you've asked, we'll get to it. I knew it was a lot for today. And thank you to Yvonne and Carol for being moderators. If anyone else wants to, you just need to email me. I have to ignite it on YouTube, but my computer just got fixed, so I can go back to YouTube some now instead of doing just StreamYard, but I tend to really like it. Yeah. Thank you for coming, Terry. You asked great questions. Yes, that's right. My voice is very much the voice of God. When I learned to become and give the mantra, that's what occurred is you speak his energy. So, yes, that's right. Terry Renner, good? Yes, it's good that you ask a lot of questions. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Usually dogs love the energy, but it's good for you. You didn't have to worry about them. All right, I've talked to a lot of people that everybody might be awake, huh? I think so. It was powerful, wasn't it? And that was only a part of it. I think they were concerned that it would have been too much. But we'll do it soon. Wasn't it interesting to keep making those colors out around and helping you learn focus and creating, manifesting? While it doesn't look it or feel it, there's a lot in that initiation that it's beginning to activate inside of you that you can have to use to change your life. So I'm saying the remake your life and this all goes very together. Is this how you learn light language? No. No, it was not. I take that back. I learned light language first over when I was in Thailand, meditating for a long length of time. We went to a temple, and all the young boys, they once they've decided they're sent to the monastery from all ages, and they had been practicing to get the gift of the language of light for 2 years. And the monk suggested that our teacher let us all sit down. And I would say within 10 minutes, we were all doing it. It was just whether the energy was so strong. I mean, that's been back since 1995, 1996. And so it keeps growing, and now the Hathors come. So it's been a process. I did have Mother Mary Mary Magdalene come and taught me how to sing in the way that they did, while they would massage the feet or use the oil on the body, the way that they sing. So I'm just open. I really never looked for any of this. It just came. So, like I said, you want it, it shuts it down. You just have to be and live the moment. Great, she says. Barbara says it became a waterfall of colors. Barbara says she's breathing well. That's wonderful, Barbara. T. Jones asked if this was a rapture. I don't know. I don't really know what a rapture is. This was an initiation with the masters. I don't know how many of you have worked with masters before, but it's a different experience for sure. It's a higher light. That's right. You need these to have this so you remember who you are. Wonderful. Yeah, isn't it wonderful? Barbara's breathing freely. Yes, you want to drink a lot of water today because you have more light, and all those particles require more water. Okay. I do. I was just thinking that we all want to be together. We don't feel like leaving. But that is what meeting on a higher level where there's Nothing negative between all of you. It's just you feel home. And you'll now begin to feel that home inside yourself. You know? That's huge. Think of how separate from your heart some of you sometimes have been, and now it can all change. That was just an illusion, fear or ego trying to tell you that you're not who you are. But I know you are. Just like I finally know who I am. Okay. Hi, TheoSophia. Hi, everyone. Hi, GGB. Did you miss it? You were here, weren't you? Do you see almost everybody's still here? Wow. Well, I'm not going to give you new information. I think you've had enough for one day. But I'll just keep radiating love to all of you. How's that? Carol, how do I do it? What did Carol say? Come to the healing meeting on Monday evening? How you do it, I'm going to put it up on community board. You go to Zoom. However you get there, it's zoom.us. And then you hit join, and I'm going to put up a meeting number and the password, and then you're there. And I'll invite you inside, and we'll all just get on together. Then we see each other, and we can talk to each other, just like if you were also on. Like, it won't be that you're just chatting. We'll be seeing each other, yeah. You can see each other. Oh, Gigi, you missed it. Well, you might want to, I'll get off so you can get on and start it, because the initiation won't be there but today. So I'll repeat myself for you, Martha. How do you join the healing circle? Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. You go to zoom.us, and it'll ask you for a meeting number. And if you will have a pen and pencil, I'll tell you now. It's 495-402-3966. And for the password, you put in love. That's how simple it is. And then it'll show me your name, and I'll click it, and your picture of you, full person, is going to come in, and we all do healing together. And as we learn that when someone else is healing something, we are all healing it. It's been very powerful. Theophilus, they're still here. We're all still talking. Did you enjoy Theophilus joining us today? Martha, you got it, right? 495-402-3966, and the password's love. At zoom.us. Is that it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody's still here.
Well, that's good.
GGB missed it. Amazing. Yes. I hope you're all tingling. I am. And I was just reading it. So I stopped at level 4. That's what Spirit guided me. Good. You have a lot to put on community page too.
Yes, I do.
But we have the video to go back and see what all you have to put up. Prime 3, thanks for coming. See you on Monday. Tammy Walker, so glad you joined us. Terry Renner, come as much as you want and bring all your wonderful questions. Martha, again, nobody wants to leave. No. We love being together. That tells you how much love is opened up inside of you. It's just very moving. Carolyn's tingling all over. Don't have to worry about letting me go. I have nothing else to do today. Terry saying love to all. Laurie says yes. Yeah. And thank you, Yvonne, for your help. Yvonne and Rita and Carrie are coming to Shasta with us. Yeah. So we're going to be on a big slumber party. Yeah. There we eat dinner together at night and we talk. It's like you don't want to go to bed either. It's powerful. When you go there, you're in fifth dimension. It's nothing like this. You don't worry about home. You don't think about home. You're there and you're present. And all the energies that are there and alive speak. So Gina is sitting in her car with her. The rain pouring down. How lovely is it? I love the rain. You know, I was Arcturian one lifetime, and I love the wind, the rain. I'm for all of it. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. All right, we've met an hour and a half. I guess I'm going to call. We have other times that we all get together and we can begin to know this will always be there. It's not going to change. So, and I'm going to say, do the bowl to kind of close up our initiation here. Remember, this is the path. Toodle do. Don't forget today's Lionsgate. Say your positive things for bring abundance, and always as if you have it. Be willing to accept all the many blessings God wishes to bestow upon you now. That's how you write it. I'm willing to receive all the many blessings, abundance, love, health that He wishes to bestow upon you, which is everything, now. All right? So I'm going to give gratitude to Mother, Father. And I did see Jesus and Babaji here with us today. And the Melchizedek, as he nods his head. And the Merlin. Yes, and Mother Mary came. So we're grateful, and probably many, many more. It always so fills up. And be grateful for their grace and for their support in all of our healing and growing. This is my greatest dream coming true. How about that? Dreams to come true. So have a great day. Monday's tomorrow night, right? I'm going to say it one more time. 495-402-3966. And the code word is love. And be willing to, let's just take another step in letting go what isn't been touched by love yet. All right? So, TheoSophia here. Good heavens, you're all still there. Okay, well, you have a great day. Shed all this love to anywhere you go. And the world's just going to get better and better and better. How do I know? Because it did for me. And that's the truth. Yep, that's the truth. All right. From one galactic star to another. Blessings.